Good morning this morning. This is Beauty, Business, and Banking, and my name is Rochelle Hunter Mosley. And you guys, I always have something good for y'all. And I know that a lot of people be looking for me to do some bumping and curling, but I'm talking about some lifestyle stuff, like things that go on with my life personally and things that I want to share. So look, we all ain't got it right. So let's try to get it right. So I'm laughing because I invited my good friend,
Did I get
Shay.
hell over?
What?
Did I get hell over? You being my best friend.
Good friend Shay. Anytime I got any relationship questions and anything personal, even tell them about my bike, Shay.
Oh, I gassed you up to buy a bike.
Got me up
I
to
made
buy
you
a
get
bike.
rid of that thing you was gonna kill
But
yourself
before we
on.
go too crazy, because I
Right,
can
right.
just go so crazy. First, tell them who you are in your organization.
All right, so for everybody know my name is Shay, but anybody that knows me just knows that my passion is bikes.
Right.
Period. Just bikes my whole life. Probably 40 something years behind just riding a throttle and riding bikes. And I built the brand Go Hard Boys, me and my boy Don and my boy Buster and Odie. You know what I'm saying? We came up with the brand Go Hard Boys, which is based off dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been bikes.
Bikes.
So anybody that knows me just associates.
So what about people
me
that
with-
don't know you?
So anybody, all right, so people that don't know me, like I'm heavy into bike life culture, bike culture, period. And I rode dirt bikes since I was like 5 years old, forever.
Mm-hmm.
My hero was Evil Knievel, the white guy.
Your hero?
Yeah, like every kid's hero was Evil Knievel growing
Really?
up. Yeah, like so it's basically I'm from Harlem. My mother bought a house in Jersey in the early 80s, like 79, 80.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to Jersey, then I was able to get into the bike culture from a different way, like professional side of it, like riding on dirts and tracks. And then it was always a swag to ride dirt bikes on the street in Harlem. So back in the days, if you had money, you had a dirt bike. So I just had a passion for bikes since I was a kid. Like a passion for Harlem. And the thing about Harlem with the bikes, when I seen bikes when I was younger, it was the African American parade, the African Day parade that happened in Harlem. I used to just wait for the bikes to come. So like my uncle's one of the last living members of the Black Unicorns. It was like the first dirt bike gang.
The Black Unicorns.
Black Unicorns was like the first first motorcycle organization in Harlem.
Oh, wow.
Right, so I had an uncle that was a part of that. My mother's friends was a part of it. So it was like, they were my heroes. You know how the parade come and everybody wait for the dance?
Uh-huh.
I was one for the bikes.
Waiting for the bikes.
Bikes, that was at the bike. So the moral of the story is just like, I love bikes. Like some people love cars and love jewelry and I just
And sneakers.
Yeah, no, I'm bikes
love bikes.
and other stuff. But I like bikes. The bikes
love it.
always. I'm just into bikes, so that's how we created the brand Go Hard Boys. Like I said, my boy Don, he came with the name. Let's call it Go Hard Boys, and then we just ran with it. We just took it to a whole nother level, and we just built a culture, and we built bonds, and we used the bikes as a catalyst. We just took it to a whole nother level. But the marketing promo aspect, I mimicked it from the Black Unicorns. So when you see the vest, maybe like, where's my vest?
Yes.
That's a version of how the Black Unicorns had the vests.
Oh.
We just not a gang.
Right.
We're not a gang. It's not an MC. It's not a gang. It's just a organization of just family love, and it's just if you down with Go Hard Boys, you just everything. Like if you're a Go Hard boy or Go Hard girl, Rochelle gonna cut your hair.
Right.
Or do your hair.
Right.
So that's all it is. That's
okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, cool. So before we get started, I got a couple of icebreaker questions.
You got cards?
Yeah, I got cards.
You were Carisha?
So you got to pick one.
You ain't no damn tarot cards or crazy stuff, right?
No.
And I wear glasses, Rochelle.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you need to let go? How can you do so? What do you need to let go and how can you do so?
What do you need to let go and how can you do so?
That's a good question. I think what I need to learn to let go is overthinking. I realize that I overthink and it pans out. It pans out. I have to learn to let go to overthinking because it pans out. That's the only thing that comes to my head. Like just
Overthinking is a big thing because I know that I find myself overthinking and I talk myself out of things that I really should just push gas on and I put on brakes.
Right. So I think overthinking, that's the first thing that came to my head, that I need to just try to let go of overthinking. It's nothing specific. I mean, there'll be an array of things that I want to just let go, but I will go with overthinking. to be honest with you.
I think for me, but what I need to let go of is caring about what people think.
You do that?
Yeah. And sometimes I overcare about what people think. And I
How?
overdo it with my trying to overcompensate and over this and over that, and I find myself doing it unconsciously though.
Yeah, but you know something about you that like being that this is your show and you can talk openly, your demeanor, your vibe, and your when people see you, like a lot of people be like, she mean. A lot of people go with, yo, she's a mean person. Is like, I'd be like, nah, she cool as
I'm
hell.
not mean.
Nah, but it's just, but you know, your I get the same thing. Like my face scream for like, oh, he be looking like, and it's just, I guess it's habitual, but it's like people see you, they feel like that, but maybe it's an insecurity or maybe just the aura we give off. Like we don't really feel like playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really feel like playing.
Well, what you're not gonna do is play in my face.
That's cool.
That's what you're not gonna do.
That's cool. No,
So
that's cool. I mean, I'm
that's
on the
my
same
thing
time. Like,
when I say when you talking about things that I need to let go is allowing people to play in my face. Period. I want to say too long, but I want to say period.
I mean,
That's it. That's
yeah,
it.
no, that's fine. That's
That's
fine.
it.
That's fine.
That's it. It's over. So let's get it started. So first thing I want to say is that I am not a relationship coach. I am not a therapist by no means.
Is that your disclaimer
Yes.
for your show?
I'm not a
She got a
therapist.
disclaimer.
I'm not a therapist by no means. I'm only talking from my life experience. And I just want to put it out there early.
But we be having a lot of dope
We
conversations.
do,
Though. We really
and
do.
that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I know that what we got to say can really help a lot of people. It really can.
Bro, I don't know if I can help them because they gonna make a crazy assumption about me, and
Well,
which is
I
fine.
mean-
But
I
me
mean,
and you
it
be
is
having
what
dope
it is.
conversations, though.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
all right.
it is what it is,
Right.
right? So, what do you ever feel like you got to hurry up and do something? Do you
All
ever
the
feel
time,
like? But
all
what?
the
Why?
time.
Why?
Anxiety? Like I need
Anxiety
to get it
about
done.
what, though?
I don't know. Like I just feel like with me, I've seen so much. I could curse on your show.
Yeah.
I've seen so much shit in my life. I feel like I got to get it done because I know I wasted mad time doing shit. Like you understand? Like I really been around and seen a lot of things.
But Shay, it's no timeline police.
Yeah,
Like,
but
who's
no,
the timeline
no,
police?
no. Because I can honestly say I wasted a lot of time of things that I should have known.
In terms of relationships
Relationships and life.
and life.
You know,
Okay.
I come from, my people were super duper hustlers and drug dealers and
So
stuff
why
like
do you
that.
feel like you should have known?
Because a lot of things that what are normal to people when you grow up how I grew up, that's not getting your credit and having this, and those things wasn't implemented coming from the people that I grew up with. That wasn't factors because
Right.
everything.
So
was
how
just,
was you supposed to know?
right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm learning late.
Right. Right.
You know, it wasn't like some people like you need to get your credit together. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like when you are an entitled kid from birth. And you grew up the way I grew up in my family. Like if you ever see on a grandma ever put apartment 9 kids.
Right.
Right, so that's my family. That means everybody that's under the apartment 9 kids umbrella comes from the cloth I come from. Period. So it's like everybody had a lot of shit and our parents was who we was. We
Right.
just didn't, there was a lot of things that I just didn't know. What are normal to people.
Right.
I ain't know.
Right.
I learned late.
Right. Well, I'm gonna ask you to give yourself a break.
How you gonna do that?
Just
bro?
give yourself a break, because you don't know what you don't know. Because you don't know.
Yeah, no. I think I do give myself a break. Because
you
I don't
do
really
now.
like
Okay.
heavy break. I'm gonna tell you how I do it because I talk to you. I talk to certain people
lot, yeah.
like people don't know that me and you really, really talk. They can make an assumption, but it's like, nah, I'm like, nah, that's really my people. Like, they're so plugged, they're so social media got these people so
Jaded.
and programmed. Like I could throw you've never asked me to repost this.
Right.
You've never asked me to repost nothing and stuff like I just do it because it's like, damn, that's my people. She's super fly. I respect it. I know a story, and it's like, nah, that's raw. That's my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you've never reposted anything from me, and I ain't never felt no way. Like you thought about it.
You posted something.
Yeah, but I've never asked you to do it.
No, you never asked me. No,
right?
but
It's
I
a
have.
difference. Like I do it because
Yeah,
Like I
that's
know,
just what friends
like
do.
my,
You know what it takes to
right.
make it.
Like I got
in
a
this
homegirl
industry.
in
You know what it
Baltimore, right,
takes.
named Nisha. Nisha, she got a dope beauty thing, go like you, and I be like trying to promote it. Like, look, Nisha, this someone as yourself. You never met her, but it's like she fly. I love what she does with her thing, and they all in another state. So it's
Right.
kind of cool when you just know women that's rocking like
Just
you.
rocking,
So
yeah.
it's just normal support, but that's just what I do. It's
Right.
for free.
Okay. But let's jump into this relationship stuff, right?
Well, here we go. Should I? You want to
Because and
take
I'm
a
just
toast?
saying,
for this
because you know, look, you want to take a
Yeah,
toast?
you better
to
take a
it?
toast.
Okay, we can take a toast to it. All right, jump to this relationship stuff. Let's go.
Bro, we shaking these big ass glasses.
I love them.
Yo, bro, what is this?
These are my Olivia Pope glasses.
No, but what kind of wine is that?
Oh, it's a rosé, honey.
I don't really drink, bro.
I'm gonna put you on. But let's talk about this though, right? And you know, I'm with women 80% of the time of my life because you know I'm in the salon. So one of the things they be talking about is that, you know, people are thinking, well, men feel like dating multiple people is taboo.
The women say what?
Dating multiple, like you guys think that dating multiple men, like say if you meet a girl and she's dating, right? And she says she's dating.
Oh, she's
and
dating.
you're like,
okay,
what does
okay.
that mean, dating? Dating means dating. Dating doesn't mean having sex with everybody.
It's dating.
Dating is dating. I'm getting to know people. I'm getting to know who I like. Why is that taboo for men?
Maybe they think it's
What do you think?
um
Like, how do you feel about it?
well, the growth, well, years ago I would have probably thought like that ain't cool. Like, nah, you doing too much. Like you dating, you can't be talking to multiple dudes. You have to grow.
Even though if I just met you
It's growth.
and you
bro.
ask me, like, what's up, and you getting to know me, and I say I'm dating, do you look at that as you know, too free? I'm out here in the streets.
All right, so the point I'm making is this, right? And I'm not acting like I'm nobody's fucking angel.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is that you have to get to a space where you can understand it. When you young, or you just coming outside, or you just start getting some money, or you just feeling yourself, you're not gonna understand a lot of things until like you're used to it, or you just burnt out with it.
Okay, so it's the maturity.
It has to be the maturity. A mature person ain't gonna sweat it. A mature person ain't gonna sweat it. Be like, all right, it's cool. Like you can't meet somebody and try to control them out the gate because they dating. You can't do that. Insecurities kill every time. I'm not saying I'm him.
Yeah.
I had to just get to a space like, all right, that's cool. You got some guys who would be like,
Were you insecure though, Shay?
yes. When I was younger, yes. Totally, 100%. Ain't even gonna lie. But you get to a space when you're like, oh, no, I got this shit.
How did you deflect that?
As far as what?
Like with you insecure, right?
At one time,
were
not
you,
now.
No, I'm talking about before.
Right.
How were you deflecting that onto someone else? How were you showing up?
You mean
Knowing that you insecure, right? But you're not going to say, oh, I'm, you know, like a man is not going to wake up and say, oh, I'm feeling really inadequate today. Or I'm feeling real.
Narcissistic controlling shit. Like, you know, yo, don't be doing that. Don't do this. You can't do this. And controlling the situation was just really the way that how we handled it, how I handled it. I can't speak for I can't speak for everybody else. How I handled it.
Right.
So, but as I grew up, I realized like that shit was corny what I was doing, or that was like that wasn't cool.
So you admit it now.
All the way, all the way. There's no reason. I don't care who watched the show. They go, oh, that nigga. Listen, I definitely grew up a whole lot. Whole
I'm
lot.
gonna tell you the stuff I used to hear about you before I even met you.
Right.
They was like, no, shade this, shade that, shade. And I was talking about from women.
Right.
And they were like, all the shade stories. And I'm like, so when I actually met you,
super cool.
I was like, oh, he's super cool.
But you met me when I grew up.
Right.
You met me when I was a fucking asshole. But you have to understand. All right, look. I'm from Harlem. Period, point blank. I seen a lot of shit. There's one thing I say right now to this day is like my mom was a super diva from young out the gate. That's why when I see certain shit or you see me post certain shit, you see how when I go with the witchcraft shit and my friends are like, don't do that, stop doing that. Like, cause I'm not a fan of it.
Right.
But it's like, I come from divas.
But tell them what you're talking about when you say witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft
know
is
that.
the, when they get their bodies done. Yo, I am that witch. I call it witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, and my friend Shay, my best friend Shay, you met Shay before, my best friend Shay, she was like, we gonna go get an LLC. She knew it was gonna be crazy. But I get fried. I be getting fried. like, yo, you need to chill. So I had kind of dumbed it down, like, all right, I'm gonna stop. But I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan.
I'm really not a fan.
Okay, so can you please?
Are we going? Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not.
We're on the same subject.
I want you to say it. Yes.
What?
That it is not a requirement to have a surgery to have a relationship with a man. Just repeat.
Oh no. Okay. So
it is not a requirement.
No, it's not. No. For me, I'm only speaking for
but
me.
Let's say it together. It is not a requirement to have a body job for a man.
Oh, why are you making me say it?
Say it.
No, I gotta say it. It's not a. No, it really isn't. It's not. No, listen. Don't listen.
Because I'm feeling like women think that it's a requirement.
That's what they
to have these to get these enhancements because this is what the men like. Is it true?
A lot of women do think like that. I think
But do we have to have that done?
Hell fucking no.
Okay.
No, but look, but in y'all defense, I've grew to this point to go, okay, listen. If you need the baby might have fucked your titties up or fucked your stomach up.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with. All right, you want to get your stomach done.
Okay.
You want to feel good about. Like I had somebody tell me like I just want to look nice again in my clothes and feel comfortable. So I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Okay.
What I don't be co-signing is I went to school with your ass and you ain't had that shit.
Right.
Well, I grew up with you and you ain't had that. Now you every day promoting, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I'm on
So do you think that that's more of the thing of the promoting, look at me, you know, with the Instagram post like to the back?
Because it's attention. You got to think about it.
It's attention seeking.
All right, so I grew up in the 80s era, right?
Right.
So it was like there was no social media. Like I grew up around girls that was super dope. There was no social media. You had to literally come to Harlem or go to the skating rink or go to Willie Burke. You had to go actually see them like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up with when Chrissy was 14, 15 years old, it was the Chrissy that these people see now was, could you imagine what that looked like at 14?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I grew up around that. There was no social media. So and I tell her all the time, like, to see how people it's amazing how people love the Chrissy that they see now.
Right.
It's dope. And I'd be like, yo, this shit's dope. Your whole brand. Like the whole world loves you.
The whole world,
You know what I'm saying? But you've always been that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not a fan of, not to get off the subject, I'm not a fan of the witchcraft because it's like, then I know a girl that died behind it.
Right.
And so I'm like on the fence. I'm like, all right, if you're doing it to just so you want to feel comfortable as a woman, yo, go for it.
Okay.
But I'm not gassing you up to go get that because it's like, nah, it's not.
That's not it. Okay. Okay. You know what I have experienced a lot of too, as in my dating time is that, you know, men and women too, we ask for things that we're not. So you asking for somebody with a nice body, but you don't have one. You ask for somebody with good credit and you don't have it. Right. You ask for somebody got a house and a car and you don't have it. So how do you feel that? How do you feel about when you're dating a woman for the first time, or you're dating her and she's asking you to show up in a way that she can't?
Is the best analogy for that? You can't teach nobody how to ride a bike. They on training wheels. You can't. It's just, I mean, like, they could cook me all they want. I don't care. I'm just trying to say that, like, you know what I'm a fan of? Not to get off subject. I like when people go get braces. Like, I mean, I have braces.
Yeah, you got
like
braces.
that, but like, I like to see people get their teeth done. I think that's amazing.
Okay.
I like, I'm hair and teeth, nigga. I don't give a fuck about the body. Like,
okay.
Hair and teeth.
Hair and teeth.
Hair and teeth is my real go-to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then I learned that communication is super, super key. Then I learned that being super humble and not pressed for attention is another layer of attraction. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I just, you know, like, certain people I care about, I'll push them like, yo, you should do this. Just not out of disrespect, but just like, you know, just so you could feel more secure about yourself.
Right.
I don't get the body thing. I get it. But, you know, if you think about historically, right? When we grew up, only people in Hollywood was getting that shit.
Yeah.
Like facelifts.
But that's
only heard about facelifts.
Yeah, facelifts. And
now they lift their whole goddamn soul.
The whole soul, yeah. Yep. Yep.
And then act crazy. It won't fix that thing.
No, but that
thing don't get fixed, bro.
Right.
How you can't witchcraft? You can't witchcraft that thing. Oh, you can't do that. That still be dust.
Yes. Well, you gotta lift everything up. You can't.
Yeah, how you get your body
out.
done, and then when it's showtime in the room, it's trash.
When it's showtime, it's trash.
Double trash. Ro.
Wait. So that leads me to how can a woman match your energy?
Mine? I don't. What kind of energy I got, Ro? I'm just.
Well,
I'm not really.
I know for me, I like to travel. I like to eat at nice places. I like to travel through wines. I like to eat. I like to have wines from Chile, wines from Argentina, wines from Portugal,
Right.
wines from different places. I want to talk about it. I study the wines. I study. You know,
Right.
I read books. You know.
So you're saying how men need to match your
I ride a
energy?
motorcycle.
Gas you to do that. Give me that. Gas you. Gas you. I got to ask Dawn, can you be a go hard girl?
See?
But I gas you. But no, listen. But no. So men need to match that energy. You saying how to match?
In both, because in both ways.
All right. So someone as myself, I'm super corny.
Are you?
Nah, I'm not into that. Like, all right.
Corny in what way?
Okay. So, like all that. Let's go to Cancun back in the days. I went. That was kind of like not my thing. Clubs has never been my
So
thing.
you ain't go to Freaknik?
No, I was in prison.
Oh.
But I seen it.
That's another show.
Right, that's yeah. But I seen it. I'm not all right. So I used to go to parties and stuff. Then I had an incident, then I just stopped going to parties.
Right.
But it's like I'm not into like I think I'm corny. Cause I dated girls that was like I used to be like, yo, I want to go to X Games. Y'all want to go to the motocross race.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So they like it. That was corny.
I guess
to
back
them.
then, you know, it depends on their life experiences.
Right,
too.
so you got girls now, like the whole wave to me now is I see people like who's sitting on the floor of the NBA. Like I
Right.
see like normal girls, like that's a wave, right?
Right.
And I'm not into sports.
Right.
So like I don't like go to games and football games, and I never been to a boxing fight or nothing. Like my man Kenny trained Javante and stuff like that. I'm not into what normal guys are like into basketball. I'm into like extreme sports stuff. So I may be corny to somebody.
So how can a woman match your energy?
I dated a few girls that was like, yo, y'all want to go ride the dirt bikes? And they had a great time. And I thought
okay.
that worked.
Right, it
like,
worked.
yo, oh shit. Because it's amazing to see someone who's have all the attention in the world, super beautiful, and don't mind getting dirty. Like,
Right.
don't mind.
Don't mind.
Like, that's the shit you like, damn, she dope. To me, I can't say what everybody else do. But to me, it's like, if you down to just like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like, that's what makes it work.
Right.
For me.
Right. I like that. I like that.
I mean, that high-end bougie shit,
Right.
when they get into that, it gets spooky.
No, so let's talk about the high end bougie shit. So here's the deal, right? It's like I have been told that I feel like I'm bougie and high maintenance, right?
You feel like, how do you feel?
No,
how does
not
somebody
I feel.
like that?
They from what they see,
Who said that? The girls or the guys?
the guys.
A guy told
Bougie,
you
yeah,
look like
bougie
you
and hot maintenance. So my thing, this is what my dad told me. And my dad told me, Ro, it's not
Bro,
gonna
this
be
is water. This ain't no hot tea or nothing.
he said, Ro, it's not gonna be every guy and it's not gonna be any guy. It's gonna be the right guy
That's gonna
approach me.
okay.
Because when I'm out at parties or if I'm out,
Oh, you definitely not approachable.
I am not. What?
Bro, the way your demeanor is, I don't see how a guy go, hey, how? You definitely,
mean?
nah, bro, you not. Your vibe is not.
So that's what I'm saying.
Approachable.
What makes me not approachable? And that's what I'm saying about matching. About
I think your demeanor is so militant, and it's so
that is so not true. That you saying that's how I look?
Bro, I'm outside.
You saying that I look militant?
The people say, "Oh, she mean," and I advocate, "Nah, she super cool."
I'm not.
But I wear a mean face, so people like, yo, he on some bullshit. They don't trust me, or he whatever. They do the same thing, so I get it. Maybe sometimes the way we wear our face, I don't know.
I mean, I do got a crazy resting bitch face, but
I'm saying, but then you also have to think. Some people may think that because they're not secure with themselves.
Right.
A guy may be like, oh, you might be bougie. How?
You ain't even say nothing to me.
Nothing. Like you have people that do the bougie stuff and they eat at all the fancy places and all that shit. That's cool. Now name 7 of them planets in the solar system. Impress me. You got all that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Impress me. No, for real. Like some people be really head to toe fly, but can't give you no genuine history or learn nothing. I mean, I get it. We come from an environment where it's all about attention. The social media just enhanced it.
It does.
We come from an environment like
it's like I feel like social media is like somebody pissing in the pool.
When I realized I could blow my brand up off that shit. I capitalized that shit and
Yeah.
rocked it out and then post and make people laugh and do all that stuff because it wasn't about I needed the attention. Like when you come from something, and I'm not bragging, but when you come from something,
It's okay to brag.
nah, I ain't bragging about that shit.
It's
Because
okay.
I grew up around people like that. I learned something from one of my big brother OG mentors, right? My boy Do. Seeds of the Game. Great project coming out. But I learned that less was more from him. Just being low key. When I realized that being under the radar and still having access to everything that everybody else could have, I won. The game is won. You don't have to show off no more. Like for me, I debate all the time. I'm gonna use this as an example. I honestly believe Dr. Dre got more money than Jay-Z.
He probably do.
Cause he's under the radar.
He's so under the radar.
He's under the radar. Like you don't really got to do. Not knocking Jay. I'm just like some people just quiet.
Yeah.
I'm very into the quiet. Like nah, I ain't gotta prove nothing. Because the Jewish people, the white people do it all day. They walk around there and be buying all that shit and be all the way up. So
I think for me, going through COVID is when I realized that I can do more with less.
right.
It was the least amount of money I ever made in my entire life. Doing that 3 months.
Right.
In my entire life. And I felt like I got more paid off. I got more done. I was able to see things. It was like life came to a halt.
So let me ask you a question. This is your show. I'm asking you. Shit.
Yeah, you can ask
Do
me.
you feel that you're a Southern girl, but you Virginia by way? No, you Harlem by way of Virginia. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Harlem by way of Virginia.
No, Virginia by way
By way
of
of Harlem.
Yeah,
Right. So, but how long you been in Harlem?
30 years.
Yeah, you Harlem, and you from Virginia. But your whole demeanor, your mindset, like how your heart is set up is Virginia
Right.
all day.
And
But if people can't see that, then they really fucked up.
yeah.
So they may be like, "Oh, you bougie now," but they like, I see the Southern shit all day.
Because all of my things that I've done, with the modeling stuff and people
Yeah.
seeing you on TV and
I remember
people
years
think
ago when
that-
you was on the Dark and Lovely box. I was like, "That's Russia. That's such and such." Oh, she I didn't even know she's the Dark and Lovely mom. But it's like your demeanor is Virginia.
Yeah.
But people do peg people and she bougie, this and that, and I just think that's an insecurity.
So
when
is
they
it just
jump
about what they see me doing? They feel like, who does she think she is? Kind of.
Nah, I think it's a vibe and an aura because they don't. I mean, you do hair, so because they see you do hair makes you bougie. I think it's just your aura, your presence, may just be like, oh, and it's an insecurity.
Yeah.
It's an insecurity.
How in your relationships, right? In relationships with romantic relationships and friends, right? How are you better instead of bitter?
In my relationships,
How are you better
now,
now? Talk about now. How are you better instead of, because you could be, me personally, I could
fucked
be
up.
mad about a whole lot of stuff.
I super fucked up. Mad, man. Listen, I done fucked up some major relationships.
So how are you better? In terms of how you feel and how you carry yourself.
Because you
how
grow,
move
you
forward.
just grow up. Like you grow and be like, damn, I really fucked that up, or damn, I did that. It's growth. You either want to grow or you don't.
Oh, you don't. Right.
That's it. You
Right.
either want to grow or you don't. Like I took who took that bet? Oh, was it Don or somebody? And I remember when I first, like one of my first real jobs was with Reverend Butts, Abyssinian.
Oh.
Yep. And
He married me.
Butts is my boy. That's my
Yeah, he
guy right
married
there.
us.
Reverend Butts is the do rag in the church. Okay? But listen, I don't know, but one of my friends bet me. He's like, I bet you $1,500, $2,000 you won't work 4 months. And I gave Reverend Butts
in
2.5
church.
years. And then from then I was working in child care, juvenile correction, all that. I went down the line. Then my uncle Scrap pushed the envelope for me to go further. A lot of people don't even know that.
So outside of your bike history, so what do you do
Oh, definitely.
by trade? So you work for kids?
Yeah, I had a degree in child diagnosis. I had child diagnosis
Well, who
degree.
knew?
They don't know nothing. They don't be knowing. I worked with the kids.
But that's nice. I'd like to hear that, Shay.
I was approved to do that. I worked for ACS. I worked for juvenile correction
Oh, okay.
for like 12 years.
Oh, wow, I love that.
I mean, every job I love to death. I love to death. Right now, like I have a boys group in high school.
So you can have a pension soon.
I guess, bro.
I hear people
Got a
say,
boys'
you know,
group in
you
high
got a
school.
pension, I can pay
Nah, because I
attention.
generally love. Nah, I generally love kids. So it's like I work in the high school,
Yeah.
and I got a Go Hard program. And I work with the troubled youth.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't talk about that stuff.
But
Don't talk about it.
who knew, Shay?
They don't need to know. Leave them as Mr. Fowl. He a piece of it. Let them go with all that. Nobody
I
cares.
like hearing this because I think it's very inspiring for people to know. I mean, even the people that know you, like you ain't no dummy.
Nah, generally, yo, bro,
And
I
you-
genuinely love, like, real talk. Like, I'm not gonna sit on your couch and act like I'm somebody's fucking angel. That I'm not. Definitely not that. But I generally love kids. And you know why I love kids?
Why?
So growing up, so my dad was in prison for a long time. I hated my mother's boyfriends. Probably like one or two boyfriends she had. And so the man came home. I hated them motherfuckers. Hated them. So being that when I got older, girls I dated, it was my duty to make sure the kids knew, well, he cool. That was it. Not trying to do the father shit, but like he mad.
You wanted
cool.
to know he was cool,
I just
right.
wanted the
You want the kids to feel safe.
Like, feel safe. Like, nah, that dude my mom's date is cool. That was just my whole catch-22. Because I generally love kids. Like, genuinely love the kids. As we speak, I'm having drama at my job right now based off my rapport with a child.
Wow.
As we speak, like right now, I'm like really going through something with my job. Like, how dare y'all do that to me? I all the way fuck with kids, but I know what it's about. It ain't even about the kids.
Right.
It's about me ignoring
Right.
your
The
ass.
BS.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So, but the kids is a major factor to me. And I just think in relationships, guys that date the girls, like, yo, when they got the kids, you gotta impress the kids. You can't be fake.
Because you're not just dating
Nah,
her,
son,
you
the
dating
kids
her.
come with- you can't be
and
fake.
all the kids. I was looking at this podcast and a young lady was saying tonight's conversations. And the young lady wanted advice because she had 7 kids by the same guy.
Right.
And she wanted to know if it was light at the end of the tunnel for her.
Nah, you can't. You
And-
can't be fake.
You can't be fake.
And you can't. Like, I really rock with the. You know what a girl told me a long time ago? Muslim girl. She was like, "Yo, Shay, you trauma bond." I never knew what that word meant. I was like, "What the hell?" And I looked it up. I was like, "Damn, I do be doing that shit because I don't judge. I don't judge no more. That's why I knew my growth went to somewhere else. I don't judge nobody. Like, I don't give a
Right.
fuck what you went through, where you live at, what you don't got, this and this and that. Like, I'm on it. Like, nah, fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I really don't do that. Before, I would probably look down on people, look down
Right.
on girls for certain aspects, but like, ain't about shit.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because now you realize all the shit I done fucked up.
So
Can't fix that no
It's
more.
like what goes around coming
Yeah,
coming
man,
around.
like, I be really trying to, like,
Do you have any girls, Shay?
what? Like,
Your kids?
daughter,
How many daughters you have?
a daughter,
You have one daughter.
and a son.
A daughter and a son. So when do you ever think about the things that you've done at the time when you called yourself an asshole? And do you think about how your daughter's coming up? Do you feel like something is the thing, what goes around come around is gonna come around where you're gonna have to deal with something that you did
Nah, I think the way.
to other women?
No, all right, well, I on camera.
Say it like how you gotta say it.
Not all the way signed up for if anyone treats my daughter like physically, I signed up to go back to prison.
I think a lot of fathers feel that way.
Now, I don't know what they feel.
No, I'm telling you.
No, bro. Listen to me.
No, a lot of fathers feel that way.
They feel like that way, but they not signed up to ready to go. They may say that, but that's how I feel about that little girl. But I have a son, and he's my twin.
He is your twin.
Right, he's my twin, but it's like he's just on a different accord. You know what I'm saying? He's super smart, super talented, but he's a kid like, I don't gotta worry about him getting locked up. I don't gotta worry about that. He's just super, like, he's like, in his head, he's like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And all I do is tell him is like, yo, just be better than me.
Yeah.
Be better than me. But with the girl, it's like, I'm scared because she's so polished. She's like a Charlie, but older, but so polished. And the temper. Only reason why I'm scared because the temperature is different outside.
Oh yeah.
Right? The temperature is different
Explain
outside.
when you say the temperature is different, because everybody don't like.
All right, so when I
dummies.
say the temperature is different, I'm just meaning that.
And when I say dummies, I don't mean that literally.
Nah,
I just
the
mean,
temperature,
I
like
have
the way-
books for dummies. Because if I say for dummies, people go crazy about every little thing you say. So I just mean like to
when I say
explain
the
to people that
temperature
don't understand
the
what the
temperature is
temperature
different outside is based off like it's just not the same anymore.
Right.
Everybody is
the
just
paradigm.
doing. It's
a
not the
paradigm
same
shift.
anymore outside. The kids have no respect for the adults. The girls don't have no respect for themselves.
Right.
They don't even. It's just wow.
It's wild.
And it's scary. It's like, you know, like even with the young brothers, like they not scared of nobody.
No.
The young kids is not scared of, like, so you could do a million years in prison and come home and be like, I'll smack the shit out of Shorty. No, Shorty will kill you. He got the gun on him.
Yeah.
Like the kids literally have the gun.
The guns on them. Yeah.
So it's like the temperature is
It's
different. The
different.
girl's mindset is different. Look at a role models.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be a contradicted because our role models, and that wasn't mine, but was like Little Kim and all them. You know, they owe all these girls owe Little Kim a do-over. But I'm
Right.
just saying, like,
Right.
look what they look up to. They got
Yeah.
they got the Sukis, they got the sexy reds. Look at they selling the coochie.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I'm saying? But it's, you know, and they got a machine behind it that's pushing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, we got to be thankful. Our kids ain't really talking about, I want to suck it and sell
Yeah,
the coochie.
yeah,
Like,
and
you
all
got to be
that,
thankful
yeah.
for some of your girls because some of these kids is really on it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then even the music, I think the music, between the music and social media, they program.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
They are programmed, and I have to tell my kids. Yeah, I tell my kids all the time, and I said, listen, all that money you see on Instagram is not real.
But the jury fake.
All the jewelry you see,
That
is
should
not
be a
real.
whole subject.
Right, the house they live in
No,
is
Ro.
not real.
The
The
jury
cars
fake.
they drive
No,
are
Ro,
not
Ro,
real.
Ro. Can we,
you know,
the jury fake.
everybody.
Shout out to my man Chop. My man Chop is a black jeweler. Chop didn't even ask me to do the shop. Chop is a black jeweler from Harlem. Chop is the first person, right?
You got to introduce me to him. I don't know. I don't know.
I
Chop.
introduced Chop. I don't know. HS Time W. I'll show you.
Okay.
Make sure you put Chop thing up there because he ain't asked for this. I'm doing it on my
Okay,
own.
just
But listen,
text it
right?
to me. Okay.
So I was buying a certain gift. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay.
Right? And Chop sprinkled all the diamonds out and was like, "Yo, pick the loop up." And I was like, with the eyeglass, he's like, "It's the loop. Look through it." So I knew what a loop was.
Right.
But he's the first person like, "Yo, look for the inclusions. Look for this and this and that." And he sprinkled all the diamonds out. And he was like, I'm gonna look at this in this light.
The light.
He was like, "See, it's a difference. The jewelers be having a special lights that do this and that." And he was breaking it down. Then he goes and said, "Now you got to be careful. The lab diamonds, like so." But the thing about it is just that we be like, me and my peoples be like, "Yo, they got on chandeliers. They jewelry fake. They jewelry fake." But they don't, you know, they'll run to that particular jeweler, but won't run to our own folks that's
Right.
trying to really give you the real story because they don't know.
Right.
When you see such and such with all this stuff on, like, nah, I'm Russell, he my man, but like, son, that shit is fake, bro. It's chandeliers you wearing. You ever notice how you see these boys' jewelry and it look like a
Oh
chandelier?
yeah, it's looking good. Yeah, it's all.
Lab
It's
diamonds.
doing all
Shit
this
is
dancing all over the place.
Chandeliers. Niggas don't know no loop. Next time you go on a date, ask a nigga, what's a loop? I bet he be like, huh?
I was like, what?
I don't fucking know.
But I told you to watch the show with me and Judge Karen, right? Mm-hmm. And
I didn't watch it, bro. I'm sorry. But go
okay,
ahead,
no,
you
it's
go.
fine that you didn't watch it. But what I wanted to ask you something about that went crazy on my page about it was when she said that if a man doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, run.
Dope.
That's what she said.
Dope.
So I wanted you to elaborate on that, and I wanted to elaborate on it as well.
All right, so I'm only speak for me.
Only one of
I ain't-
you the only one here. Ain't nobody here but you, Shay.
Nah, because I don't want everybody to think I'm advocating for they
No,
mother.
you're not advocating for nobody. I invited Shay.
All right, so look. Right? So I'm taking care of my mom's right now.
Okay.
Cool. And no, I ain't gonna start doing.
No, you ain't gonna.
Now listen, listen. Let me get this
Go
right
ahead,
here. Let me do
get
this
your
real quick.
sip. Just sip on.
So, my mom's is not the same right now, as far as just what she's going through. I ain't sharing it with the world, right? So I take care of my mom's right now, right? And the shit is wild because I'm used to her being a diva and watching the transition change is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that lady gave me everything, my whole life, and then when it wasn't the same no more, I just took lead and did what I needed to do.
Right.
They fucked us up. I think a lot of our parents that come from where I come from, they fucked us up because it was like, we seen a lot. We seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I seen so much shit. That's why I'm not really fascinated when people have stuff now, or like all them pocketbooks girls had. My mom's had all of that shit. My mother still got wild furs and wild shit, and I'm like, I've been seeing that. Christian, do y'all been seeing it?
Right.
I had luggage with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really fascinated by it. I'm not fascinated. Like, that lady taught me how That lady, I remember young, she taught me look for a woman's hygiene, make sure they real shit. For when women take care of themselves, she was like, make sure they be using these, and it was a gold Norform pack. Nigga, I was like
No, no,
8, 9. This lady was showing me the shit. Make sure they bras don't have none of this stuff. The be dirty here and they match. And make sure your underwears and shit match. Because if you get something happen to you, you want to be clean.
Right.
So she taught me a lot about hygiene. She taught me a lot of shit. So when you say that about, men love it, I super duper love my mom, but I love it from a different perspective because I don't remember getting a bunch of hugs and like, so when people are like, I'm affectionate, like, I wasn't really taught that shit. Them people gave me every fucking thing and taught me how to share with people who don't have anything. Don't judge nobody, don't have nothing. That's one thing she taught me. Don't judge nobody because they ain't have nothing. Like, always, if they don't got it,
help them out.
help them out. But like, I super love, like all the way love my moms. I could be mad about certain things that I was supposed to know that my mom didn't show me, or you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I got aunts that gave me a layer. Like, I come from a big family. Then I got OGs and people, mentors that helped me with my growth. But as far as my mom, nah, like, I don't think my mom's, what I'm trying to say is, to answer your question, I don't think she wouldn't like some of the actions that I did. She would be highly upset of some of my actions that I did towards women.
Okay.
Highly.
Okay.
Highly. But my growth just got me to a space like, that shit corny. I'll never do that shit again. I'll never be that type of nigga again ever in life. History. I mean, to like, turn the channel, I don't want to see that shit.
Do you think that it was some things that she didn't teach you to make you the person that you were, or was it because the absence of the father? The reason why you were the man you were to women? Like, what made you the way you were with women?
So you got to understand, with my dad, he wasn't around long. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was in prison for a long, long time. Then he came home.
So do you feel like his absence made you the way you were with women? If you had to think about it today, if you had to really think about it today, why do you think you were that way?
I don't think it was. I didn't get a chance to witness like how to treat women from my dad's standpoint. I didn't get to witness that because he was only home like a year and a half, and then he was dead.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was back to me and my mother again.
You and your mother.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really get. I think I learned a lot from like my mentors and like uncles and stuff like that. Different people that I watch, and like I really, really learned a lot from like one of my closest friends, Shahid. He's Muslim. Like, but we grew up together, and like we did a lot of stuff together, and then he transitioned his life, and it's like, I'd be watching how he move, and his wife is a Muslim, and he married, and she was a virgin, and I'd be like, damn, I'm really low key amazed by the Muslim people, right? So I'd be learning, like, damn, that's dope. I've learned late. So a lot of people, I'm just learning late.
Right.
I'm learning late. I've done everything. I've dated the who's.
Right.
Not bragging. I've done it. So I'm not fascinated. Like, I dated people that if I say their name, like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Right. And nobody gave a fuck about her album. Nobody gave a fuck about her R&B tour. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I learned late. I could say I blame my parents. It wasn't taught.
Right. Well, it's not necessarily blaming them, because they only did what
I'm
they
not
knew.
mad about
Right.
it. But I was just taught mannerisms. That lady taught me mannerisms, respect, how to articulate yourself when it's time.
So what do you feel like when that statement was made? When you hear that statement, if you meet a man that doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, run.
I think it's a dope statement, but it needs a little buffer.
How does that make you feel?
I think she's right in a sense.
In a sense.
But you have some guys who just never had a mom. You got some people who moms probably been on drugs their whole life.
Right.
So
okay.
Right.
So here's it. And I just wanted to clarify that statement, because the statement just went crazy on my page. Right. And me and my mom relationship is not 100%.
Why?
It's a lot of different variables.
That'd have been me. You'd have been like, "What did happen?"
It's a lot of
Right.
different variables that happen. However, Shay, when you talk about when she's talking about the relationship with your mom, right? It's not necessarily about what she did, what she did, the things that you learned from her. It's what she didn't do, the things that you learned from her, right? I would never cuss my mom,
Right.
no matter what. I don't
Right.
care what she did or what she didn't do. I would
Right.
never cuss my mom.
Right.
If my mom called me today, I would help her out with anything that she asked me for.
Right.
Anything, I would help her.
Right.
I was striving to be a different parent than my mom was to me, to my kids. So when you say that when a man doesn't have a relationship with his mom, I was dating a guy that called his mother a bitch on the phone. He was like, "Bitch, you cussing."
You supposed to
I
click
said,
your
"Oh,
heels.
oh no, I was out of there. Oh, I was out of
He
there."
definitely gonna put you in the figure for a headlock.
What? I said, if
He
you
gonna
could
put you
call
in a
your
wrestling
mother,
move.
I don't care what my mama do this day. I would never call my mother outside.
I seen people do that shit. So crazy to their
So that's what I'm saying. So there's no way in the world that you're gonna speak that kind of language of your mom in her face.
Right.
It's different when you talking to your friends about, oh mom, let me tell you what this. You just talking with your friends. That's just venting how you feeling with your friends. But when you see your mother come up, your mother to this day gets the utmost respect from you. It don't matter what she did. It don't matter what those things.
It's legitimate,
Right.
but I could say that like for men, like all right, we come from Harlem. Like a lot of people, moms. I'm a '70s baby, so drugs was another level before crack hit at that era. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, moms,
drugs messed up a lot of our homes.
destroyed.
So,
but a lot of people, moms didn't have mothers. Their mothers was going through something or whatever the case may be, and they may have a resentment towards their moms because of what they've seen. So you can't really peg everybody because of what they seen.
but you just said it though.
What?
You just said it. They act away because of what they seen
right.
or didn't see or didn't experience or didn't get, and it shows up in your relationships.
That's kind of true.
It shows
does, but I just think but I've met women who've been through nightmares, and that's when I knew our trauma bond. Because once they told me, I was like, "Yo, you been through that? Oh shit, I always fuck with you." Like all the way fuck with you.
What do you mean by trauma bond? What that mean?
Like I guess in the sense of we're saying like people who've been through bad things, like I'm attracted to that.
Oh, you're attracted to people
like who, like if someone tells me, like me and you fly, but if I'm dating someone and they, whatever the case may be, if I met someone and they share really really dark stories, like I'm like, oh no, I fuck with you.
Oh, so you
yeah, because I engage because it's like, damn, I trust. You told me that, damn, that's crazy. That's why a lot of shit that I was doing.
So just hypothetically speaking, so a person like me that, okay, say if I met you and I didn't have any dark secrets, or I came from a great 2-family home and we were all doing the things, rocking it out. I haven't had any of these dark trauma things that you've had going on. So if I didn't have any of this dark trauma stuff, are you saying that you were less attracted to me?
No, Rochelle had a mystique. I was like, before we got super cool, your mystique was always like, that lady don't play no games. Because I knew your people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew your people, and I knew that me and him was super cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, well, okay, well, that's over there and that's over there. And then as time progressed, I really got to meet the real person. I'm like, nah, Ro is super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like super cool, because one thing that you had is that you were separated from what Harlem really wanted you to be.
Right.
Like you was really like, okay, but I'm gone. Like you really wasn't embedded into what the criteria what Harlem needed to be. The criteria, bad bitch, look at me, y'all, look at me, look at me, look at me. You was press play, go, I'm gone. Here, gone. No one really can pinpoint. You know what I'm saying? But that mother thing though, like that's a real dope subject, because it's like a lot of people, I know people who can't stand their mothers.
Yep.
But it's like, nah, like I rock with mine all the way. I ain't really had no father figure, so my uncles and my OGs was them.
Right. Right. And I get, a lot of people were saying in the comments that, well, I didn't grow up with my mom, or my mom treated me bad, or my mom was abusive, or my mom was this, or my mom was that. That's exactly what Judge Karen was talking about. It's like when you have that type of trauma as a kid, and especially we grew up at a time in the 70s where if you go for therapy, you was crazy.
Right.
Like now, it's so popular to have.
Yeah, everybody's getting
if you don't have a
therapy right
therapist, you're crazy now.
Nah, but it's like, damn, Bro, you make me feel like this is all about me.
No, it's about I'm talking about my stuff too.
Right? No, I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to think, because it's like, I love...
Because
even
the reason why I'm making it about you, Shay, is because a lot of people in your era and a lot of people like around our age, we are not, how old are you? Like, we are not 50s.
12.
We're in our late 40s,
Right.
put it that way.
30s.
So 30s. Well, we
Right.
grown, right? And we're always working on having successful relationships, be it with romantic relationships or just being cool.
Right.
And a lot of people think that a man and a woman can't be cool without something sexual going on in between them.
Yo, son, they fried me for you.
That is not.
Yo,
that
listen,
is not true.
they cooked me for you.
I'm like,
You know what I say? I'll send her this. I'll show her this text.
that's not.
I'll show it to
That
you.
is not.
Nah, but no, but all right. But I want to touch back to the other thing.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I don't want to
because
leave
they
that
got
thing,
but the
'cause I
trauma.
wanna, we got to really get that. We like really take that home and get people clear. Because
All right, so I'm just saying, from my perspective, like my mom's, I don't know how to disrespect her, but there was things that I did that she would never co-sign.
Right.
But I just feel that also, coming from a backdrop that I came from, we also seen a lot of shit too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you come like Harlem, we seen a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I can't sit on your couch in front like I'm an angel.
Right.
It's just I'm just growing late.
Right.
So I'm not into anything no more. Anything I did wrong, I'm willing to apologize. There's so much shit I wish I can fucking fix.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I can't.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, damn, okay. I don't want to be in those predicaments no more like that where it's like, oh, nah, I don't want that feeling no more.
Yeah.
You know, because it's certain shit I would love to fix.
Yeah. I
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that, but I can't.
I know.
But it's like, and I did a lot of things my mother would not approve of. And then I did mad shit that I ain't approve of. So I just know my own growth.
In hindsight, like once you got,
yeah, it's like I'm different.
Start looking back
and I'm like,
on it,
and even
like,
while I'm taking care of my
different.
mama right now, people don't understand what I'm up against.
Right.
Yo, son, like,
I think a lot of people do, but you got to understand that some people just don't care. They don't really
Yo,
care
bro,
enough to
listen to
care
me.
about what you're going through. Shit.
Yo, bro,
That's
your
the
couch is
thing.
dope. Listen to me. Your couch is dope, right? Y'all don't even give a fuck no more. I don't care. I don't really care. Because it's like, it's my mom's.
Right.
So it's like, I don't really care. Like, if you do this or do that, like, I don't really care. Like, it's cool. I got it. Because it's all... Yo, you know what's the crazy shit? I'm going to share some shit with you. That... you probably the second person I told this to. The scary shit about it be like, if something happened to that lady, I want to sit by myself. I don't want nobody sitting next to me. Because it's been always me and my moms.
Right.
I don't want, yo, you okay? Keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep pushing.
Just keep it pushing right now. Let me just do this real quick.
Right.
Because that lady taught me how to love different. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's got flaws and shit like that. We get it. Everybody's mother got flaws. But one thing my mom's told me, like, I don't know how to, like, I know people who don't even like my mother, right? But I like yours. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I know you talk bad about my mother. I know you do that. But, you know, that's how I was raised. So my heart is different.
Right.
So that's how as I got older, I'm just a little bit more humble. Like, I'm just a little bit like, I want to communicate more. I don't want to just be, I just want to communicate more.
Right.
I don't feel like doing all that. I don't feel like buying this and buying that and going there and look what I did. Like, I don't want to sit around and have dope conversations and understand, because I didn't know a lot of shit. So a lot of shit I did wrong, have no tools, selfish, just terrible. I've done terrible shit and I regretted the shit, but my mom's wouldn't approve for a lot of shit.
Right.
But that's where my head is at now. Like, just really on a whole nother type of spiritual journey. I don't gotta share shit. People can make an assumption.
Right.
They don't really know me. Like, I talk to you on another level.
Right.
They don't really know me. So it's just like, nah, I'm just humble. Like, I'm working on shit. I ain't saying nothing. I learn not to share stuff. And just slowly fade out. Like, cool, y'all think what y'all want to think.
Yeah.
And then you could assume, like, oh, he ain't this. All right, you don't know nothing. You don't know. You've been around me.
Yeah.
You seen the shit I was doing and not even talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't really want to talk anymore. I'm just, my transition is different. I think a lot of guys are late starters.
Right.
A lot of people that outside now, we see right now.
And that's what they hide behind.
Late starters.
They hide behind because they don't want you to know.
They late starters.
They don't want you to know that they don't know.
They late starters.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, they
Like
don't want
I
you
don't
to
like.
know.
It's so much shit we could go on. It's just like I just feel like a lot of people are late starters.
Right.
And then when the shit hit the fan, like what y'all gonna do?
Right.
What y'all gonna do when the motherfucker take your daughter because you was flossing for the last 7 months and they snatch your daughter? Now what?
Yeah.
You gonna go sell that fake ass watch in them cars?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, but it's real. It's like it's real. You like the self promotion of who you are and look how much money I'm getting is.
Yeah.
I'm a
tell my
product.
kids that.
I'm
I
a
tell my kids
product
that.
of. I am a prodigy of. Okay, kids is accessible. I was one of
crazy.
those kids that. Okay, we're gonna take
Yeah.
them and do this and do this to them. And so where the money, bitch.
Yeah.
So I get it. Less is more.
Yeah, less is more, man.
Less is
And when
more.
when you talk about communicating, right? And now that because communicating is a tool, right? It's one of those things, one of those tools that you got to have in your toolbox to have a successful anything. Because you have to communicate at work.
Mm-hmm.
You have to communicate with your kids. You have to communicate with your
Do you feel like
with your
you're a
relationships.
person that communicates?
Oh, I'm a great communicator now,
Yeah, but bro.
but I used to be so afraid. I
No,
used to be
not
afraid.
outside of relation. What about business wise?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm much better. But that's why I said, like, I started my
Mad
business.
people don't think you're
I started-
approachable though, bro.
No, I know that because here's the thing. I don't play when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I'm at work. Like you call me up, be like, "Bro, I need to get this done with whatever." Okay, cool. That's not the place for us to be chopping it up or whatever, because I got stuff to do. I'm at work and I take it very, very seriously. So it's not about me not being approachable. It's just that, and then if I'm not your friend, I'm not gonna be. If I don't know you, no, I'm not gonna be all over you or whatever. But if I'm in a place and you walk in and say, I'm like, "Oh, that's shade," I turn into a whole different person because I don't know these people to be communicating to them in no kind of way. You see what I'm saying? So communication is a tool that you have to build. It's nothing that you just you don't
Do you
just
feel like a lot of men don't know how to communicate?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like a lot of men
Give me an example though.
have things going on in their, especially when they get older, that they don't want to communicate. They don't want to talk about these things because maybe they're embarrassed about it.
But what about Ro if they don't know how to?
I understand that. That's why I say the communication is a tool that you have to build. You don't just get it. That doesn't just happen. Like I have to communicate that I have hot flashes, right? So at night I might need the window open. I might have the air conditioner on. But if I'm with my significant other and I haven't communicated that, that's going to be a problem.
I think a lot of people don't know how to communicate.
They don't.
No.
They don't, and you have to, and especially
But you
as you get
can't- but you
older,
can't
Shay,
beat them up, though,
I'm
about
not
it.
beating nobody up. I'm just talking to get everybody clear is that if you don't communicate, you're going to have problems. I don't care what it is, and especially when you're getting older, you want people to be sympathetic to what you're going, have sympathy for what you're going on, or be more supportive of what you have going on. I want people to know that if I open up the window, if I'm doing this, like it's because I'm going through something. I'm at that age where I'm going through something. But if you're going through something and you don't communicate that, it brings on a big problem.
You think you're insecure? Like, not insecure. Okay, let me set it up straight. Not insecure.
What?
If you're dating somebody, would you say your significant other?
I have abandonment issues.
Okay. But
I have a time in my life where I felt like people
But do
just
you feel
leave.
like, have you dated where you felt like it was cool for him to have female friends or such and like that, or were you insecure
Well,
about certain
I'm
things?
not jealous.
So jealousy and insecurity is the same cousins?
I think they're cousins. I mean, jealous and insecure, yes. I feel like they're cousins, right? And here's the thing. I'm cool with, because I'm in that kind of business that I need to be talking to a man, I need to be talking to a woman, I need to be talking to a trans, I need to be talking to a butch, I need to be talking to all different kinds of
Right.
people. Right?
Right.
I don't need my man to be jealous because I'm sitting over here talking to, or insecure thinking I'm doing something.
No, all
under
right,
the
that's
table.
cool, but I'm saying, is it the same thing
100%. I'm
From
not
you.
jealous.
Okay.
But when you start playing in my face, that turns into a whole nother thing.
So why do some women feel, is it because of a person's track record?
Yes. And also, you got to create a safe space.
Like, hey, this is my best friend.
Yeah. Introduce me. First of all, women like titles. Who am I? Am I your friend? Am I your girlfriend? Am I your what? Am I your lady? Am I your what? And when I introduce you, like, this is my good friend Shay. This is my homeboy Shay. And then when I'm talking to my guy, this is my man. This is my This is
Let
my
me ask you a
guy.
question. What happens when women do it in reverse?
What?
Oh, this is my best friend, but they really fucking.
Shay, that's another story.
No, bro, for real, this is the couch.
But
Do they do that?
they do that. I know girls that do that, and it's wrong. No, I know girls that do that, and it's wrong. It's 100% wrong. It is not the
But
right
cook
thing to
the
do.
guy for being a piece of shit.
Cook the guy. I know girls.
Cook the main guy for being a piece of shit. But the one you introduced, you was really fucking.
Right. That's wrong.
What's your take on that, bro?
It's wrong. It's wrong. All the way around the board, it's wrong. All the way around the board, it's wrong. Okay. It's wrong.
Okay.
That's all
You
I
know, a
say.
lot of men are strategic. Some men are very strategic.
Yeah, I know.
Some men, like, they really play the Monopoly game. Like, oh,
I know.
bitch don't really know that I know, and I'm just not going to ever say nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you believe in that?
What?
That a lot of guys be really knowing shit, they just don't say anything.
Because they don't really want to know.
A small percentage of
Because
people.
they don't really want to know.
What about the one?
We know that y'all don't really want to know. You asking a question that you really don't want to know the answer to.
I'm definitely.
You really don't. And
ask
most times
questions that you
when
don't
guys
want
ask the
answers for.
questions, it's because they already know. That's it.
Right, that's a good way to put
Right.
it.
And then I also feel like there's no reciprocity with y'all.
I'm not being too vulgar on your show, right, bro?
No, you're good.
Oh.
You're good. It's no reciprocity with y'all because you want us to forgive you for what you did. But if we do something very equivalent to what you did, it's like, oh God, I can't do it.
that.
I can't do it. That's very unfair.
Very.
That is very unfair.
Very.
And that goes back
You know
down
what makes
to
it unfair, bro?
communication.
You know what makes it unfair? What you think that makes it unfair to a guy?
What makes it unfair?
Come on, bro. Think.
I don't know.
Throw one out there.
Well, I know that women are internal and men are external. So when you coming into a woman's space, you coming into a woman, and a man don't want nobody in his space. But we don't want nobody in our and don't want nobody in our space either.
You know what really probably eats a man up about that?
What?
The visual.
The visual.
Think about it. All right, reverse the scenario.
The visual.
Your spouse fucking somebody else.
Okay.
The visual of it.
Okay. So it's the visual that mess guys up.
Visuals.
Right.
Motherfucker.
So let's go back to
Forget the caliber of the person.
It's just like creating a safe space to be able to come and tell you what I want. I think that sums that all up. Mm-hmm. Right?
I guess that's true. I guess, bro. I don't know. I'm only gonna speak for myself. I'm not speaking for nobody
That's
else.
all I want you to do.
Right,
It's just speak for yourself.
Like, you got, we gonna get around these $1 million questions. Let's get them out. And
No,
get
I
them
only got two. No, I only got two more. And then we can wrap this up. I always say, and I've been saying this for a long time, that a man will not change to be with you. Wait, a man will change to be with you, but he will not change for you. Do you understand what that means? Mm-hmm. Huh?
You believe in that?
I believe in that.
Why?
Because who you are now, you want to change. Because you remember all those things that you did were wrong, all those things that you said, my mother would not co-sign this, my mother would co-sign that. You'll do anything in the world to change those things, right? Moving forward now, the man you are now, you are changing those things. You're not changing those things because I said, you know what, Shay? I don't like when you have your hair cut like that. I want you to change your haircut like this. I don't like when you talk to me like that. I don't like when you do. That's changing for me.
They make them niggas tender dicks. Them TDs is a motherfucker. Them TDs is swoop.
So men are not. No matter what I say, oh, I don't like that shirt. You should wear a green shirt. Or I don't like those pants. You should have on blue pants. Right? But if you say, I think I look good in green.
Right.
Or if I say, you know what, Shay, I think you look good in green.
Right.
And you'd be like, oh, you think so, Ro? Okay, cool. That's different. Like, you're not changing for me. You're changing to be with me.
Listen.
Even this stuff about your credit. The stuff
Right.
about your,
no, but it's like,
property.
I just think, right. Shh. But anyway.
You know what I mean?
No, but it's like, but no, like my growth, listen, I can only speak for me. I'm late with the growth.
Okay.
I'm late. I could sit here and stand on to like,
a lot of men are late growing up, but they will never be as honest as you are.
No, I'm late. I'm just late, and it's like I just don't want to let certain people down, but I'm late. I I get it. I know people like, oh my God, you don't know how to, what you mean you don't know? Oh God. Like, and I'd be like, motherfucker, I don't even know how to cook.
That's oh.
Well, people ain't teach us that.
Okay, so is your requirement that to meet someone that knows how to cook? Is it a requirement for you?
I'm not gonna say, hey, you know how to cook? I hope you can cook for me.
But is
No.
but is it a requirement? What if she can't cook?
It's cool. It ain't about shit.
That's
That ain't
not about
shit.
nothing.
That ain't
Okay.
about shit. I mean, I've been with super cookers.
You what?
I've been around people who can really get busy. It's
Okay,
not about
but what
shit.
if you really fall? So you saying that a woman that can't cook is not a deal breaker for you? Okay, cool. So that's exactly what I was talking about when I said that a lot of time we ask for things that we don't have.
Right.
So because you can't cook.
Right. My deal breakers is just that I'm not into that attention shit. Like that shit, I can't do that. Like I just don't. Like if you met somebody and they're already celebrity status, that comes with them.
Right.
I get that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I get that part, but that's just me. Like I'm not really into like you gotta be here, you gotta be there, you gotta be there, be there. I gotta have this on, I gotta like. And where your company at? Where your brand at? Like oh you doing all that? You ain't got that? Like that's just not me, and I'm not disrespecting none of y'all.
I feel.
It's just that's not. I'm not into that.
Right.
You could be super, super dope and be super humble and be amazing in probably my eyes. Like if you know, like
Right.
I've been around like, oh shit. You didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not into that. But then you have some people who they need that thing attached to them to fit their brand and marketing for the streets.
Right.
Not for nothing else. Not to get your album coming out. None of this shit. This is for we gonna look fly going into the club. We got all these bottles. Look at us. Look at us. Nah, I ain't on that. That shit dead corny to me.
Right.
To me, I'm just not really into it.
So what do you want to offer the guys? Any advice you want to offer the guys to just be more successful at the age at this big age?
All right.
In relationships first, and then with your children.
Okay.
Two things.
Let's go with them children first.
Children.
I just want my kids to be better than me.
Right.
That's all I can really say. Just be better than me. Just be better than what I was. Rock all y'all. My son is super creative. That ain't got a movie right now. That shit is next level. I said, you better not repeat that shit to nobody. Let's get it done.
Right.
Like he said, like it was mind blowing. Because I'm into like visuals and he said I was gonna repeat it. It's dope. We're gonna get it done.
Okay.
And then the little girl's like super, super polished, education wise, look, everything. Like she ain't into no attention, and I'm like, yo, just that's the stuff that scares me with her, because it's like, damn, like you get a kid super polished and the temperature's different outside,
Right.
So it's like, damn, you don't want nothing to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I'm not worried about the boyfriends and all stuff, because I ask $1 million questions. You know, a lot of people, kids are gay and stuff right now. Like, I'm not judging. Just the temperature's different. My cousin Roby said that shit to me years ago. He was like, yo, watch. He was reading it because he could read off the Bible so well. He was like, yo, watch, when the world starts changing, you're going to see people, the sex be the same. And I was like, damn, he said that shit a long time ago. But it's like, what can you do? People are like, oh, it's in the food. Like, nah, that shit is in the writing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not judging on when people judging. It's just different.
Right.
So I would, for the kids, I would want my kids to be just better than what I was. Because I fucked up a lot of shit.
Regardless of what they are.
Nah, wasted mad time.
Regardless of what they are.
Yeah,
just better.
Just be better. I wasted time. I can honestly say I wasted time, wasted people time. I can stand on that. The relationships. I just think the only thing I could tell certain people, because you can't give advice to a motherfucker who just coming outside and neck look like Liberace.
No.
How you gonna give advice to a motherfucker who just coming outside? Look, bro, this is real shit.
So some advice that you really think
you wrapping me up, or you want me to wrap it up?
No.
Bro, listen to me.
Go ahead.
Everything's a hustle, right?
So you think guys be hustling? Girls.
All right. Everything's a hustle. I'm from Harlem. I'm from the land of hustlers. Every state probably has their feel of their city. I'm from Harlem. Super hustlers, right? Super divas, super badass women. So there was a drug dealer era. There was a, drug dealer, crack. The new era is the scam boys.
The scam boys.
Scam boys, the new drug dealers.
Really?
Yeah. What's got overnight money? 1, 2, 3, get the money. Yeah, look, is this how? Now I'm gonna portray the kingpins. I'm gonna portray the drug dealers that I've seen growing up.
Right.
Not knocking their hustle. I don't want them to think like, yo, nah, nigga, no, I'm not knocking it because it's a hustle.
Right.
It's a hustle. If it's the new wave to get it, go get it. You know You know what I'm saying? It's just like I always been an advocate of like
So are you
celebrities.
Are you telling us to look out for that?
No, wrong. Breaking it down. You wrapping me up?
Okay, no.
I'm
go
breaking
ahead.
it down for
Go
you.
ahead,
Like
go
so,
ahead.
like I always been an advocate for like hustlers and celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hustlers and celebrities, right? You can't be you can't be a rapper and a basketball player and all that shit. And look at my cars, like look at my money, look at all this, look at me, compared to the person who sold drugs and risked his freedom to have that same amount of shit. Like when you look at BMF, you like them motherfuckers went all the way in the paint.
Right.
But they was drug dealers, but they went all the way in the paint and was still living like celebrities. You got celebrities who be like, look at me, like someone like Rick Ross. Like I'll be like, why are you doing all this is from your talent.
Yeah.
You got a talent and you won and you didn't have to risk your freedom. You can't compare the talent to risking your freedom to have that much success. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't compare. I'm from the era where we had Alpo, Rich, and AZ. My mother's from the era where it was Nicky Barnes. My grandmother was from the era where it was
Puffy Johnson.
not Bumpy Johnson. Right. So everyone had eras. Then the era was BMF. So the new eras with the, I don't know what the Scam Boys.
But the Scam Boys are
Scam
going
Boys
to
got crazy money. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying it's the wave. The girls is press play go. They fly. These boys is buying 30,000, 40,000 on pocketbooks like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Birkin bags is on the level of Louis Vuitton. What? You got 30,000 on bags. Little girls, 25 years old.
Wow.
23. I mean, it's the wave. I'm not knocking their hustle, but it's just like the temperature is different. But it's more risk when the hustlers do it. It's so much risk. You know, you could get caught with one thing and it's life changing. It could be life changing shit. I mean, I have friends who just coming home from prison 25, 30 years from hustling.
From hustling.
You know what I'm saying? And I got friends who died, like got killed, and you know, I'm just saying perspectives is different, so it's just that mindsets are different.
Right.
I'm just late, like I'm just realizing like, yo, that shit is mad corny. Like even with the dirt bike culture, right? These kids, I battle with them because it's like, y'all super talented, like you dope, you the dopest rider, but you can't take because you have all this fame and all these followers from doing stunts. Now that makes you, I fuck them niggas who suck my dick, I'm tough.
Yeah.
You smell like gas and you're doing stunts.
Right.
That's what you're known for.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to go into street shit. Take the stunt, take the props. You can't be LeBron and Jordan. You don't see them talking about, man, I'll kill a nigga. You see the dumbass boy that was playing basketball get caught with the gun. Stupid. You got all this money. You want to carry a gun. You dumb.
Right.
Take the prop for the talent and just run with it. So as for me, of all my journeys I've been through, I've been in the streets, I've been through the journeys, but my passion was bikes. I'm just going to push that narrative because I like it and I just want to see the inner city kids get a shine. So I'm advocating for the inner city kids, even if they don't like me or whatever, I'm still advocating for them. I'm still sitting here going, I'm not talking to that corporation. I'm not talking to them. No, y'all trying to steal. Y'all trying to steal the culture. It took y'all 100 million years to give the hip hop niggas their accolades, and they started hip hop. They need to give these old school rappers a do-over. They need to tell Drake to do a song with Melly Mel and all them and get them streams. Give Rakim another run.
Get him up.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the temperature's different. Not to lose pace off the subject. It's just that for me, I'm a late starter. I get it. My journey's different. And I'm just want to kind of do the right things, whether it's late or not. I still got a window.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I still want to change. Like, I still want to just be a better person. Oh, that nigga, they can say what they want. I know where my soul is at. My heart is different. Right. And especially now with what I'm going through, my heart is totally different. I'm just not really into a lot of shit. And I ain't doing too much more talking.
Right.
If I could fix it, I'm going to fix it.
Right.
If not, I don't care. Because they talked about Jesus. He did mad miracles. They still cooked that man. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I say Ro, it's like, yeah, you the bomb ass friend, and I have a bunch of Rochelle's. You a bomb ass friend. Visually on the outside, people are like, oh, he probably because of my track record. Okay, I get it, but nah, never. Like you really is my dog. You really trusted me to make you sell the bike and go buy the bike, and you gave me the money and here roll ride the bike and because we have that bond. We have some. I know your story.
Right.
I know all your story, and I'm like, nah, you dope. You cool, man. You made it past a lot of shit. A lot of people don't know what you endured in your head.
Right.
Of coming from what you come from. That's a lot coming from fucking Virginia, diving into the Harlem Shark Tank.
Yeah. Yeah,
This shit is a fucking Shark Tank.
It is definitely. I didn't realize I didn't realize where I was.
A lot of people are lost.
Realize.
A lot of people don't lost. Like even with my mom, you know, from that fast paced shit, it's a lot. I think a lot of stuff my mother deal with now is probably just a hint of depression because it's not the same. She probably really wishing she really did a lot more things. I really wish she did a lot more things. You know, people like, oh, this and that. I'd be like, yo, man, you know, and it's just you try to think different. You just try to be different. Like that's why I love kids. I feel like I'll get my blessings by just trying to look out for the kids.
Right.
I'll just do that.
All right. So I just want to wrap this up with
Now you want to speed me up after you want to try to put me on Front Street.
Yeah. I just want to wrap this up with what are you acting like you don't know? And I know for me, I want to answer that question first because you were talking about I came into a fish tank. What you said?
Shark tank.
A shark tank, and I felt like I did land in a shark tank because acting like what to answer the question, acting like what I don't know. What I really didn't know is that when people were outside my window. Saying red's out, yellow out, blue's out.
Right.
My aunt used to call me. My aunt used to call me and say, "What color it is tonight?" I had no idea it was crack.
Right, that's a crack arrow.
I had no idea that it was crack.
Heavy.
And it's like knowing what I know now, I'm just like I can't act like I didn't. I can't act like that wasn't happening. Once I learned it, and then I
what
learned
year
how
you came
to
to New York?
93. Yeah, 93.
But you was on the cusp of it, just kind of like almost slowing down.
Yeah. So I couldn't, so once I found out what it was, I couldn't act like I didn't know. So I did start to move a little different, being a little bit more careful and understanding that the guys that were standing on the corner were drug dealers and they were doing what they do. You know, I was modeling, I was doing my own thing.
Right.
So for you, what is it that you act like you don't know?
That's a good question. Act like I don't know, but I really know.
But you really know.
I think I know I could probably be somewhat misleading.
Somewhat misleading.
I think I could be sometimes misleading, and it's not a purposely done thing. It's a protective thing, and it's also a part of because a lot of stuff I just didn't know. Like I didn't know a lot of things. Like I knew that was fucked up what I was doing or whatever I did, but it was like kind of programmed because I wasn't taught to like you shit. I didn't have the female. I did have a couple like later on. Chrissy cooks me. She cooks me, cooks me.
Yeah.
She cooks me on a different level of shit, right? Because it's brother, sister, type of shit. She cooks me, but I didn't have that. Like I don't remember my mom's or none of my aunts or anybody like, don't be doing that and don't treat da da da. I don't remember getting that.
You don't remember getting that?
I don't remember getting the one person like, you should do this and you should be like this. Because I had friends that was like, this is the dopest thing on the planet. You're fucking up. And I'm like, I got time for that shit.
So what I'm getting out of this is not that if the man doesn't have a good relationship with his mom that you should run. You should investigate what type of relationship he has with his mom. Like what has his upbringing been?
Yeah.
Because you've been saying some really really dope things about your mom, right? Things that she did teach you. It was the things that she didn't teach you that kind of got you, you know.
I mean, I know people that know my mother.
Navigating weird through relationship. And only because what happens is that, Shay, they only knew what they knew.
Yeah,
and that's what brought me to a place of forgiveness with my own mom. Because I had to realize that my mother was 16 when she had me.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? She did the best she could.
Right.
And she only was doing what she knew.
Right. And my mother grew up in the era in the Shark Tank.
Right. And she only did what she knew. So she didn't have it in her to give you those things that you feel like you're missing, that you know you're missing now.
Yeah.
You know? So now it's your responsibility to do something different.
No, definitely.
And also be transparent enough to share that with your partner.
But I just start becoming...
Because it comes up.
But the transparency is I'm really digging into that a lot lately. But I got super dope mentors. I don't want to drop all the names because they know who they are.
That's good.
But I got like... One thing about my boy Shaheed and my boy JD.
That's good.
They dumb super dope mentors. My cousin Roby, he's a dope. I love him because he's a dope. He ain't got no filter.
Right.
He can just give it to you.
To you.
It's raw, but it's a different type of love.
Right.
Shaheed, the Muslim, because we did so much together in his transition, I'd be like, all right, that's crazy, dope. I'll call him like, yo, he'd be like, yo, and then my boy JD, like we talk about somebody, we've been friends 30, never had an argument.
Wow.
Never, like we had disagreements.
Wow.
but we could just look at each other a certain way, like, and they'd be like, all right, we shouldn't do that.
So I just wanted this was dope. This whole conversation was
Oh,
like
you
really,
thought it
really
was gonna
dope.
get super spicy. You wanted spice. We ain't doing
No,
that.
it did good though. I
did
liked
good.
it. I liked it. But the last thing that I wanted us to talk about, and then we're really gonna wrap this up right now, is that
We really gonna wrap this up
we're really
right
gonna
now.
wrap this up this time. But how we really met, how we even got to even be having these type of conversations, because I think we got closer when we start talking about what it was you were interested in, and that was my bike. You was interested in bikes. I
Right,
felt
right,
like we
right,
got
right.
closer at that time.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you that I appreciate you helping me understand that, Ro, you have this Harley. I had the Harley because it was the glitz and glamour of having the best bike, and that's why I had it. That bike, you said, Ro, this bike is too heavy for you. It's too much bike for you. It's too much. It's too much for you to navigate. You don't even ride the doggone bike. You just got it because this is what you think that other people is gonna feel, and that's exactly why I had the bike.
Right.
So after you gave me that perspective, and I wound up getting the Can-Am, and we souped it up and did all the things, I
We hung it
rides
for
that
you.
bike.
I called my man Wayne.
I
Wayne was
love
like, yo.
it.
Wayne was like, yo. I found one for. I got the. But
I love
But
it.
you know what?
But I appreciate you giving
but
me
check
that
this out.
perspective,
So
though.
the slogan for Go Hard Boys was, "It's bigger than bikes, and bikes bring bonds." So the bonds of the bike.
Right.
The bikes is just my passion, so it brought the
Right.
bond of
That's how I
just
feel.
we've been super cool since
That's
then.
exactly how I feel, and
the
that's
bikes.
why I invited you to the couch.
You think people should go on date with bikes? I love you, bro.
Yeah, so this has been Beauty, Business, and Banking. I hope you guys
We
really
ain't talking about no banking, bro.
Yes, we did. I hope you guys really got.
We ain't talking about no beauty.
Yes, we know. I am the beauty. Business is what I do, and banking is what I struggle with. So that's what that name is
A lot of
about.
guys don't know about banking.
I know.
The
but
banking
that's
is
what I
make
said.
shoebox up under their bed.
Banking is what I struggle with. So beauty is me, business is what I do, and banking is what I struggle with. So that's what it's about. It's not really. This is a lifestyle page.
Okay.
It's not. We ain't talking about no bumping and curling. We talking about real life stuff that I go through every single day. So that's how I come up with these topics.
Bro, smile more, man. They think the streets talk. They think we don't fuck with her.
This is a Beauty, Business, and Banking. Till next time.